Good afternoon, Houston. This is attorney Anthony Push from the Push & Win Law Firm, wishing you all a safe drive home. But in the event you do get involved in an accident, you know who to call. 833-PUSH-WIN. We push, you win.
Food Wars! All right, so here's how it goes. At 713-390-KRBE, Food Wars today is about the 4th of July, but we are taking burgers and hot dogs off the table because everybody knows that's going to be included. So what are the two essential foods that your 4th of July celebration needs to include?
So if you go to
outside of hamburgers and hot dogs.
You go to someone's barbecue or their cookout, and they don't have these two things.
You're going to be disappointed.
This sucks.
713-390-KRBE. You can also text us at 37530. We're going to go to Melissa first. Hi, welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, so what are the items that you have to have at your 4th of July?
Sausage and brisket.
Oh, wait, is Melissa or is it her son Alonzo? Who's this? Alonzo?
Yes.
Hi,
Hey,
Alonzo. How
Alonzo.
old are you?
I like the way you're thinking.
How old are you, Alonzo?
I'm 7.
Oh, my God, you're so
And
cute.
you love the sausage and brisket.
Fajitas.
Yes.
Did you say fajitas or brisket?
You said brisket.
Sausage and brisket.
Oh, it was written here fajitas.
What do you like better if you had to pick one?
Brisket.
Brisket?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a really
Brisket's so
labor
good.
of love, time consuming, and not everybody can do that well.
Well, I don't think he's cooking it.
Is your dad good at cooking? Is your dad
I
cooking?
know he's not, but...
Is your dad good at cooking brisket?
Or your mom? Alonzo?
Lonzo?
Yes.
Yeah. who cooks the brisket in your house?
My dad.
Oh, okay.
Nice. You know, that's like a 14-hour situation.
That's one thing I mostly see men make briskets.
Yeah.
Men.
Well, men are the grill
Smoke
masters.
I don't know why. It's more of a manly thing. I
Okay,
guess.
brisket and sausage. I will
Yes.
agree with that, Alonzo.
No potato salad?
And for the sides, potato salad freaks me out because, people get food poisoning all the time from letting all that cold stuff sit out in
Well,
this
I don't
crazy
think a lot of
heat.
people are going to be eating out there. It's going to be 100 degrees.
Well, people leave their food out all the time.
Oh, yeah,
They
you
just
leave it outside
out.
of
yeah, but
10
I
minutes?
think my 4th of July gathering would be inside the house because it's going to be triple
But if you're
digits.
swimming outside and people want to eat outside, you got to keep the food inside, but that's not always the case for ease. I mean, I've been to lots of 4th of July things, and I've hosted 4th of July where we tried to do that. You know what I mean? I try to keep the sides inside. We have the meat by the grill, and it's like this whole traffic pattern is all weird.
That's
Everyone's
weird.
wet from the pool.
God, I didn't even
You're just like, oh,
think
this
about
sucks.
that, though. The
Yeah.
grilling, I mean, if you're doing a brisket, it's going to be 100 degrees. God knows what the heat index is going to be like. And standing out in front of that grill or that smoker.
Well, the grill, the brisket, though. I mean,
God.
set it and forget it, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
true.
that is. Antonio's up next. The Food Wars on the Rule and Ryan Show. 2 essential 4th of July celebration items you must have. Antonio, what's on your list? Good morning.
Yes, good morning, y'all. I feel like other than hamburgers and hot dogs, when it's like 110 degrees out, so maybe some chips and dip and some watermelon.
Oh, yeah. Nothing says summertime like watermelon.
Oh, my God. So good.
Most certainly.
What kind of dip, though, are you talking, Antonio? There's a lot of different dips. You're talking queso. You're saying like spinach, artichoke.
Man.
French onion dip?
That's a
French
tough
onion.
one. Queso dip is good, and French onion dip, maybe with some Lay's.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you like the wavy Lays where they can really get in there? Because if you get the,
You want the
regular
ruffles
chip,
with
they're
ridges?
They're too
Too
weak.
delicate.
They break in the dip.
Too delicate.
And you got a chip casualty.
You know, Antonio, I'll be using one of those dips I bought 2 years ago at the Nutcracker Market that still I haven't used.
Oh, yeah, the
And I'll
powder.
mix that with the sour cream.
Oh, I thought
like
you
the
said
dilly dip
you've had
or
dip
the...
sitting in your fridge for 2 years. I'm like,
No, it's a
go
powder.
fast.
It's a powder, and I think a lot of people feel that because you get caught up in like buying. I know Eric bought. What was a habanero when you got at Nutcracker? We were crazy for
Habanero ranch or something.
Oh my
I
God,
can't
it was
remember.
something insane.
You mix it with a thing of mayonnaise and then
Sour cream.
Sour cream or something.
Some of them are just one daisy of sour cream, and you mix it with the powder, and that's life. And
And you
others
just
call
chill
for
for,
like half
overnight.
and half.
That sounds good.
So it's nice and
Oh my
cold on a
God.
hot day, and you got to chip and dip that.
You guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
like the Nutcracker Market masters.
We
you
are.
know every
We are,
little
Ahmad.
booth.
Been
To
going
our
for it.
own little.
Oh yeah, Rilla knows the boot. Like when they change booths, it's like what?
Oh, I know where they are.
Like where's the cherry people
I'm
at?
still
They
waiting
left.
for someone to sponsor Rula's favorite things at the Nutcracker Market.
my
I will
gosh.
tell you the things you need to have in your life
That'd be
because
iconic.
I know that
I'm
market
just gonna
so
have
well.
a bourbon thing with bourbon shirts and stuff for guys.
That would
Yeah.
sell.
Jennifer's up next, 713-390-KRBE. We're talking about 4th of July food on Food Wars. What are 2 essential food items outside of hamburgers and hot dogs that you must have at your celebration? Jennifer, what's on your list?
Hi.
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 Oh, hi.
Oh, wow.
We got family affair
I like
again.
this.
Summertime. I love it.
What is it?
It's Jacob.
Oh, hi, Jacob.
Hey,
How old
Jacob.
are you?
Good.
How old are you?
How
I'm
old are you,
good.
sweetie? How old are you?
I am 6.
Oh my God,
6.
so cute.
So what's your
Okay.
favorite thing to eat at 4th of July?
Tacos and hot dogs.
Tacos and hot dogs. Yeah, we got
You ever put a hot
that.
dog in the taco and then put the ground beef over it and put the cheese? I wonder if that'd be something. I never tried
Hybrid,
that.
dog
hybrid
taco.
taco. Taco
It
dog.
doesn't sound very 4th of July, but
It's a fusion taco.
Well, why not?
sounds too fancy.
All right, Jacob, tell
Confusion,
your
like
mommy
you
you
said.
want to try the taco dog this coming 4th of July.
You know, think
See
about
how that
that.
goes.
A nice fluffy, doughy tortilla wrapped around a hot dog.
That might be
That's
good.
better than a bun.
That's good. Somebody's saying deviled eggs
Oh,
and
yes.
potato salad.
Yeah.
You have got to have those two things
I like
on
the
your
pickled-
table.
pickled eggs are the best.
That's
Deviled
pickled eggs.
are-
I love
I
pickled
can't do-
eggs
We
are
did those
good.
pickled
With the
quail eggs on
beans.
Track Tuesday. I
And I
couldn't do
tore
it.
those up with a nice
Oh,
cold
God.
beer as of the show.
Good.
I know one's mentioning cold beer.
But that's a beverage, I think. Is that a
I
given?
guess not drink
Can you
wars.
throw in like
Not
desserts?
drink wars,
Like,
it's
I mean,
food
what
wars.
dessert? Like apple pie for me. I love that.
Well, you got to have ice cream, of course.
Mostly ice cream and ice cream sandwiches and stuff. You can make your own homemade ones. Get the kids to
Mm-hmm.
the cookies and put them together with ice cream.
For summer, I'd say cakes. For my family, we make a lot of cakes.
Yeah.
My granny makes a cake called Damn It to Hell cake.
Really?
What's
in
in
that,
Damn It
Amaz?
to Hell
It sounds
cake?
delicious.
What is
It's like a pineapple coconut cake. Like
Oh,
there's
Damn It to
coconut all
Hell.
on the outside. It's like a pineapple upside down with a bunch of coconut, basically.
Oh my God!
I don't know
that
where
sounds
she
so
got the
good.
name from.
Never had
Damn It to
That was
Hell.
my dad's favorite cake was pineapple upside down.
I've never had coconut cake before.
Oh my
It's
God,
pretty
so
good. It's good. And I hate like almond joy and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I hate
but
those.
this cake is good. It's good.
Coconut is one of those textures people can't get on board with.
I feel like
if you're
you're
a texture person, you're like, I don't like coconut flake.
And it tastes like suntan lotion to me.
Really?
And now I'm
The
going to
coconut
think about
taste,
that every
that
time.
smell.
You're
the
just
coconut
used
one.
to that coconut butter
Or
lotion.
Malibu rum.
Yeah.
Okay, some people are texting macaroni salad and potato salad. Now the macaroni salad is usually elbow macaroni salad. It's like a cold salad.
Yeah, some
you
cold.
mix it with something like it's like a creamier dressing to it. It has like celery or like pimento or something in it. I've never really gotten into the macaroni salad.
I don't like macaroni salad.
No, I mean if we're gonna do sides, I gotta have chips of different kinds.
Mm-hmm.
Dip is good.
Vegetable dip is
Potato
always
salad,
good.
coleslaw.
I hate coleslaw.
And
I
y'all,
don't like
there's
coleslaw
two
either.
kinds
I
of
can't-
coleslaw in my
Coleslaw's
life.
hit or miss. Sometimes you get the very mayonnaise based coleslaw.
Yes, there's mayonnaise based and there's vinaigrette based.
Vinaigrette.
I grew up with vinaigrette based
Like a
coleslaw,
Dijon.
not mayonnaise based. Basically, you just chop up all the cabbages plus purple cabbage, and you put like maybe some shredded carrots in there if you want.
Yeah.
And you put olive oil and red wine
I go to
vinegar
Raising
and salt and
Cane's. I'm
pepper.
like, get rid of that coleslaw.
Yeah.
Give me the extra Texas
Extra
toast.
toast,
That's what I do.
baby.
Texas
yeah,
toast.
coleslaw is a variable for a lot of people. Now, what about beans? Do y'all feel like beans is
Oh.
a big must-have?
Oh yeah, you
Yes.
got to doctor them up though.
Now, how do you do the beans? Like barbecue beans,
baked
baked beans,
beans.
pinto beans,
I like
right?
baked beans.
Baked
Not
beans.
black beans. What are you saying, Irvin? Frijoles charro, but those are
Charros.
pinto. Frijoles charro are pinto beans, yes.
Pinto?
And there's also black beans, but I think fajitas
Like,
more than barbecue.
Like
for
big
that.
beans with I put a little dash of like barbecue sauce in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, sausage.
Some-
yeah, and hot dogs. You just put that in there.
Somebody
Or
said
like,
take those
uh,
dips, Eric, we got at Nutcracker Market and mix it into the ground beef and make the burgers that way with whatever.
That's your like, hamburger helper.
Huh.
That's
all
interesting.
those dips would be good and neat.
I feel like it'd be crunchy. I feel like it's like, what was that movie, Vacation?
Oh yeah.
Oh, hamburger helper without the hamburger.
Yeah, remember?
It's just the helper.
Did they put potato chips in the burger?
For the meat.
There's Eric stirring the Kool-Aid with his bare hand.
And I would like to. Somebody said jalapeno poppers are a must at their 4th of July
Really?
celebration.
Okay.
That is an investment of time because you have to hollow out the jalapeno. First of all, wear gloves. 'cause
lot
if you
of
wipe
work.
your eyes, you're dead. For
Oh,
the next
even
2
worse
days.
if you're a dude and you got to go pee. I
you
learned the
gotta-
hard way.
And here's my thing. At places like Bearings or like Home Depot and Lowe's, I have seen that in their griller section, like the jalapeno popper holder for your grill. Now, you are all in if you own that. That means you did all that work and you do all that work. You're not just buying it ready
Well,
made
you got a
from
lot of
H-E-B.
money you can afford. You got to buy that green egg. You got the Traeger next to it. You got all those things.
But the green egg only has so much space, right?
I'm just saying those people that have that stuff, they're ballers.
That's a lot of work, but jalapeno poppers are a popular item. Some people are saying fruit salad, definitely on the list. Somebody's saying, no one's saying corn on the grill. Hello.
Corn on the
Yeah,
cob.
duh.
Oh yeah.
Corn on the grill, I do enjoy that. Also,
You smoke it in the husk?
Yes,
no, I
I
don't.
do.
I just
I
try
like,
and.
to get the
Good.
marks.
I mean,
You
yeah,
want
you're
the
right. I
char
like the
grill?
marks. Yeah,
I
you're
like
right.
the marks,
I
they
usually
look
pull
burnt.
the husk back though, and you kind of just
Yeah,
turn them
that's
that
why I like
way.
it.
The other thing people are texting about are steaks. I mean, we said burgers and hot dogs are off the list because we assume that's going to be part of your
The
4th of July.
steaks, you got to
food.
have the right people. Because
Yeah.
Right.
if you got people just coming over that you like, but
You got 40 people coming over here
steaks
and
are
feeding them all
expensive.
steak.
Heck no.
Well, you cut them in
La-di-da.
half. I've done ribeyes before where we cut them in half because nobody's eating a
Okay.
whole
you can make
ribeye.
ribeye
Right.
sandwiches, like
Yeah.
slice them and then put the bread, fill them up, so they
Ooh,
don't. You
that
don't get as
sounds-
much steak. They're only getting like a third of a steak.
So you're padding it.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
So
Put the
people
coleslaw
are,
on that then.
yeah, jalapeno poppers, potato salad, mac and cheese salad, coleslaw.
Wait, you've never
Is
had
that
a
steak?
barbecue sandwich with coleslaw mixed into it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Some people put the coleslaw
I know
on top
people
of
like
the
that.
Some
barbecue.
people do pulled pork sandwiches with coleslaw on
Let's
top.
try
Really?
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll barbecue place listed.
never
maybe
had
one
that?
Tuesday I'll try it.
That's
Yeah,
I don't
coleslaw on
want
the
it.
meat.
I mean, I know they do it, but I just don't. Coleslaw, I don't like milk. I don't like cottage cheese. I don't like white things.
You like mashed potatoes?
Friends with you, though. Yeah.
I'm very
Like, I'm safe.
Lost my only buddy here.
Y'all go to the listener line 713-278-VENT. That's 8368. People are saying, what about ribs? Ribs and ribs.
Yes.
Another investment in time, like the brisket.
Yeah.
Labor of love, those ribs. But hey, I'll come over when you make them.
Yeah.
Don't ask
You
me.
got to baste and baste and baste.
Yeah. Okay, coming up next, rate your secret. Now listen, if you guys have been not checked into the Rule and Ryan show the last couple of weeks, you've missed a lot when it comes to Rate Your Secret. People call us up at 713-390-KRBE. They tell us something that only they know, and then we rate how bad or not so bad it is from 1
We
to 10.
had such an epic one last week that I think tomorrow we're going to give the 7 o'clockers a little taste of that
Yeah,
one.
let them hear. We had an update
An
yesterday from
update
Molly.
was unbelievable.
Best seat.
An unsolicited update. Like, we even asked for her to call back and say, tell us what happens
She
next.
called during a different bit.
Yeah,
It's
so we say
crazy.
7:20 tomorrow morning. You're
But
gonna-
what we
you're gonna
need
hear that.
today is for you guys to call your secret now, because what happens is we have to solicit again, and then they start calling in, and then they start getting really good, but then we run out of time.
Well,
Yeah.
for one thing,
Right.
we've
Get
got
ahead.
the summer 2020 free is coming up next, and that is like a text.
4th of July prize pack.
That's a
up for
text
grabs.
contest. So we
Yeah.
actually want to open the phones for Rate Your Secret right now.
My secret is everyone thinks I make ribs, but I really buy them and pretend they're mine.
Oh, yeah, you could just go to like,
You could.
like a barbecue place, get the ribs, pretend they're yours. You're right.
Yeah, oh man, we've been out here 14 hours. I hope you guys like them. Like, these are the best ribs I've ever had my whole life. Thanks, Killen's Beef Rib.
All right, the number is 713-390-KRBE. If you're sitting on a secret right now, we want to hear it.
Rate your secret next on The Rule and Ryan Show.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Don't miss a minute of the Rula and Ryan Show on KRBE. Don't miss it.
I had to go to the bathroom.
Just kidding. We know you're busy, but you don't have to miss anything. Get caught up with the best of Rula and Ryan Daily Podcast.
Okay, before we get to your secrets, let me get Cindy on the line. Let me make sure Cindy can hear me. Hi, Cindy. Can you hear me? It's Rula. Hi.
Hey, Rula. How are you?
Cindy, I'm
Hey,
feeling
Cindy.
great, but guess what? I think you feel better than me because you're Texter 104.
Yeah.
Yay!
You are in the running for 10 grand.
Summer of 2023,
Oh my
$10,000 could be
God.
yours, Cindy, at the end of the summer. Could be yours.
Oh, that would be awesome. I can't scream because I'm in my office, but yay!
Here,
All
I'll
right,
do it. I'll do it
awesome.
for you.
Okay, do it, Kevin.
Holy crap!
Okay, Cindy, you just scored the 4th of July prize pack, which is great. $100 worth of fireworks from Top Dog, $100 gift card to Kroger to buy what you need, and you just scored a charcoal grill. Congratulations.
Hold on, okay?
Thank you so much,
You're
everyone.
welcome. Hey,
hang on
thanks
the
for
line.
listening at work. Hold on the line. We'll get your info off the air. We're doing Rate Your Secret at 713-390-KRBE. Jane's up first, and this is where you tell us something nobody else knows, and you want us to rate how bad or not so bad.
Yeah, judge it like this. It's basically just give the rating. We might make you feel better. Get up your chest.
Maybe you've been carrying this around and you're thinking, oh, this is so horrible. And it really wasn't that bad.
We give it a 3, and you're like, really? Yeah, it's not bad at all. Don't worry.
All right,
about it.
Jane, tell us what the secret is. Good morning.
Hey, Jane. One more time. Hello. Uh-oh.
I'll put her back on hold. Maybe she's on mute or something. I'll get Isabel in the
I think
meantime.
Ahmad gave her a fake name, so maybe.
Oh, she didn't know
But
the
she
name.
knows what
Does she
it
know-
is. No, she knows what it is.
She's
there?
back.
All right, hold
okay.
on.
Hold on.
A lot of people hit the mute button with their cheek.
Hello, Jane. Can you hear me? Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
All right. Tell us a secret. We're going to rate it.
My daughter is messing around with her husband.
Oh, man.
Mm-mm.
How long have they been? I'm sorry. How long
Are
have
you
they
disguising your voice?
Okay. Well, I wanted to ask you the first question. How did you find this
I
out?
was like kind of laughing. Like, that's
How
what
did
it
you
sounds
find out
like.
that your daughter is cheating on her husband?
Oh my God.
I ain't gonna disclose anything.
Oh, okay. Can you tell us how many years they've been married? Like in a ballpark, like more than 10 years or less than 5?
Mm-hmm.
More than 10. Okay. This is a great
We need
try
a
to disguise your
harmonizer.
voice. Is
How
amazing.
long have you known about this?
Oh my gosh.
2 years.
2 years.
Oh,
wow. That's all we need to know.
I'll just laugh if I hear this.
Jane knows her
That's a
daughter
10.
is cheating on her son-in-law. So,
And you told her ultimatum? Like, you got to tell him?
yeah, have you told her she has to tell him, or you're just standing by like, I don't see anything, I don't hear anything?
Number 2.
Number 2.
You're just like, do the right thing. Wow.
I bet you're kind of irritated that you're put in this position.
You're killing me.
I'll give you a 10.
So
I'd
funny.
say it's
Yeah,
a
you
way
get a
10
10.
plus.
Oh
It's
my
like
gosh.
a 20 plus.
Everyone's
At
That's
first,
a
I
10.
thought you just were somebody that smoked a lot, but
That is hilarious.
All right, well, thanks.
Good job
Disguising your
disguising yourself
Okay.
because you don't sound anything like you really do. That's right. For real. Thank you, Jane, for sharing that secret. It is a 10 plus.
my
Please let us
gosh.
know what happens because it's been going on for 2 years. How much longer is it going to go on? You know? It's going to keep on keeping on.
somebody's driving down the road. That sounds like my mother-in-law.
No, I don't think it does. Wow. Wow, Jane. Wow. Okay, Isabella's up next. 713-390-KRBE. I would have liked to get more info, but I feel like
I know, I
in the
can't.
effort
She's
not
of
gonna give it.
disguising,
Yeah.
with the
couldn't go more
disguising.
with
She got
Jane.
10, though. That's
She got 10 plus, Jane. Okay, Isabella, hi. Welcome to Rate Your Secret. Good morning.
Morning.
Hello.
Is that your real voice?
Yes, this is my real voice.
Okay, so what's your secret?
So my secret is that my mom and I were at the gym one time, and we were both just in the sauna, and then some lady came and started talking to her. And during this time, I had my headset on.
Yeah.
And completely ignoring them in a sense, basically. And so she started talking to her, asking like, "Oh wow, like you look good, whatever. How many kids do you have?" And so that was the lady asking my mom, and my mom was just kind of like, "Oh yeah, she's my baby. She's the youngest, and she wasn't supposed to happen. My husband poked a hole in the condom."
You just learned that your birth was a result of a hole poked in a condom?
Oh, my gosh.
Yes,
And your dad poked the hole, not your mom.
my dad.
He's like, yes, we're having another one.
And what'd you do, like, when you heard this? Did you have to, like, have a poker face? Because you're
I
like,
heard you, Mom.
Poker face?
I
never
kept
thought
the poker face the entire time, kept my headset in. I've been living in it like it's been hurtful for like the past few years, but then I've kind of just learned to laugh about it.
How many years ago did this happen, Isabella?
Oh, God. I was probably in starting at college, so 2010, 2012.
So your mom doesn't know that you know?
My mom does not know that I know. And
That you were
obviously my dad doesn't know that I know.
do you guys get along, you and your mom?
In a sense, yeah, in a sense.
I know, like, she
I
resents
mean-
you because she didn't really want to have another baby? Or?
No, and I guess it's still because it's the whole me being the youngest and everything, so I'm still treated like the typical, the youngest, the baby of the child.
Wait, Isabella, are
or
you
the
young?
child of the family.
Are you the youngest by many years? Or was it still like, our kids are 5 years apart. Are you like 12 years younger than the third in the line?
So out of the four, I'm like 7 years younger than the oldest, and then 2 years younger than the one.
That's fine.
That's not bad then, so it doesn't
Yeah,
look...
That's good.
Yeah.
It's different, like, if you're like 18 and your next sibling is like 30.
So dad wanted an extra child, mom did not.
You need to tell her so we can find out why your dad did that.
Yeah.
Like,
I've always wanted to ask, but I don't know how to bring
Mom,
up
why
the
did you
Clearly, he wanted another baby. He wanted you.
He wanted one,
and
she
your
didn't.
mother must have been protesting. He's like, well, I'm going to get my way.
Then how would she know? Because why would you tell your
Because they
wife?
probably talked about it. They're probably like, how'd this happen? He's like, well, I poked a hole in the condom.
I would just say, oops. They're
One
not-
slip past the
But
goalie.
then I don't want to start a confrontation between them either, you know?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, how big did we rate the secret? The secret that Isabella knows that her parents
gotta eat
had an
out.
oopsie baby. Well, oopsie for her mom, but deliberate for her dad.
Give it a 7.
Her dad's like, yes, I
I
want
think because she
Isabella.
overheard it, if it was the dad calling and he said, hey, I poked a hole in the condom, I'd give it a 10, but I think this is like a 6.
I think
Because
you
the
should-
mother knows.
You should ask. Why not?
Yeah. If it's bothering
If it
you.
bothers you, because it's been since 2010, you said, if it bothers you, or maybe you can make a joke now that you've made peace with it, like at Thanksgiving, like that time in the sauna when mom thought my earpods were muted. Were loud and they were muted. I heard what you said.
Yeah.
Like, what? That would be a good Thanksgiving bomb drop. You should do that
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
yeah, definitely.
Plus the guilt, and then Christmas is coming, you'll get an extra gift.
Exactly. That'll feel so bad.
Guilt gift.
Guilt gifts are
And,
big.
and then somebody's going to make the joke that, it's okay, Isabella, you're the best one anyway. You know you are.
the best mistake we ever had.
Best blessing. Isabella, I'm going to rate that one. For you, it's a 10 because it's hard for you to know that. Like, your dad did that, but at the same time, he wanted you. It's not like you're like, they're calling you a, quote, mistake.
Obviously, your
I
mom
hate that
wanted
when people
you.
call babies mistakes. Because, you know what I mean? Like, well, there's an oops baby, but, you know, it's like the human that has formed is not a
I've
mistake.
been called a mistake my whole life.
What I'm saying is, like, you know, in the mental health world that we live in now, like, people are so, like, you have to get real with it. Like, you don't want somebody thinking they were a mistake.
Well,
You know
nobody
what I
wants to
mean?
be called that. But
Right. And I know in, like, lighthearted comments, like, oh, that was a mistake, maybe. But you don't want, like, your actual
Oh, no,
person
no.
to
She
be
was
struggling with
intentional.
mental
Dad
health.
made sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your dad wanted you. Really, the problem is your dad and how he forced you on your mom.
I mean, how many times he had to poke the hole?
And I'd like to, how do y'all rate
Like
that?
every
I don't
time?
really know how to.
I give it
It's 10
6.
for her because it bothered her for a long time.
What do you guys give it?
That's not life changing. I'd say 6.
Yeah, I'd say 6.
Because if you find out and you tell him it's not that bad.
I mean, you're living your life now. You're doing great. You know,
Yeah.
don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, you had nothing to feel bad about to begin with.
Nope.
Isabella, thanks for calling and sharing your secret. Okay, we're going to go to Ruby. Ruby, is it one of these DNA stories? I got to know more about
Like a
the
23B type
the
thing?
real who's the daddy. Hi, Ruby. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, so what's your secret?
Well, as an adult, I discovered that my birth father was actually our family doctor.
What now? How did that come to be?
Mom went in for a
Well-
checkup and got a little bit more?
No, she, as an 18-year-old, she started working in that office,
Oh.
and they
Had an affair.
started something, yeah. And it wasn't just me, so I have 2 older siblings, and one of my older siblings is also.
Really?
So it's,
Now, does your father-
Hold up. Let's not glaze over that.
Yeah, let's figure
You're
this out
saying that your mother had 2 children by her boss.
yes.
And does your father know that they're not his?
I don't know if he knew. He's no longer with us. He
Uh-huh.
passed away, but I mean they were still together. My mother and my father, who I grew up with, they were always together, and so he passed away, and I don't know if he ever knew or not. If he did, he never said anything.
Does the boss know that he's the daddy of you and your sibling?
Yes, in fact, my mother would take me in the evenings to go visit in the office, in that doctor office, and
Wow, that's messed up.
And how'd you figure this out? Did you say how'd you find out?
Yeah, that's all I want to know.
Well, so my cousin, this is a very strange thing. My cousin, she needed to know whether she was pregnant or not from her husband. And this was when I was, like an adult, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are you going to do? She's like, I have to go take a pregnancy test. And I was like, oh, well, that's awesome. That's great. And she's like, well, no, I don't know if it's, if it's so-and-so's. And so I said, well, what are you going to do? And she's like, well, it'll kind of be like you with your dad and your. And I was
so
like,
she
what do you-
spilled
I don't
the
know
beans.
what you're yeah, she spilled the beans. And that's how
Oh,
I
man, not cool.
So your cousin knew and you didn't know? So your mom has told
Yeah.
these people.
So your mom.
her sister.
So the main secret is your mom does
her
not
mom told
know
her
that you
sister.
know.
Yeah.
Correct.
And do you
Well,
have any kind of
no,
relationship with the doctor?
You confronted your mom? You talked to her
I
about it?
confronted my mom. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But no one else knows. Like, the world doesn't know. The doctor,
Uh,
are you going to meet the
I'm
doctor?
very close. Not any. He's passed away as well.
Oh, the doctor.
But,
Oh my gosh.
Did you get any
this
money
is
out of it?
crazy.
Did you get something? Inheritance?
he would give me money whenever we'd go visit him.
Like when he
but
died, though? Did you
no.
get anything? Like,
No, not when he passed. No.
Whoa.
I wanted to confront him because he said something really inappropriate to me when I was in as later in my life, and I went to go see him, and he said something that would be like, and at that time I didn't really know that he was my father, and then when I discovered, I'm like, what the hell? Why would he say that to me? And yeah, and then once I figured it out and got all that information, it was like, okay,
Wow.
that just
That's
tens
Ruby
across the board.
discovered that the family doctor is
that's a
her
biggie.
actual dad, and so that's a 10 plus.
What's that, your mom? You're like, wow,
Yeah.
come on.
That
You're
is a
better
10
than that.
plus, Ruby. I'm sorry you're living with that. If there's any update to that story, you want to tell us more, please call back. Because that
out of
really
time. There's so many
was.
things I'd like to ask you, but
I know. I want to have more conversation with Ruby, but we're out of time. My goodness. Okay. That was a big one. We got some 10 pluses in that one, y'all.
Yeah. 10.
Y'all brought it.
Especially
okay.
the girl with the voice.
Yes. All right, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, Kelly Clarkson admits to doing something during a performance that nobody ever needed to know this. You did not need to know that this happened while you were cheering her on the stage, but she has revealed that it's out there now. You can't get it back. Find out what it is next on The Rule and Ryan Show.
Movies, music, TV, and all things Hollywood.
Rula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
If you're just tuning in, we just played Fall Out Boys. We Didn't Start the Fire. You can find it on YouTube and see all the lyrics of all the events around the world that they are talking about in the song to bring it up to date for 2023.
Like Ryan said, the one thing that they did different.
They didn't go in chronological order. Like the original song that Billy Joel did, it all went in chronological order. Like it started in, I think, the 40s, and it went all
But to me, I felt
89.
like I didn't
this
care.
was all
because,
mixed up.
Maybe because I grew up
The
with
way
all
it
that
rhymes,
stuff.
yeah.
It was just all pop culture things that we know now. I mean, the grid is in there.
ERCOT.
Stuff that we dealt with.
Remember, they've got a Houston connection.
Yeah, Patrick.
Mm-hmm. Patrick's married to a
Didn't he
H-Town
meet
girl.
his wife at a Fall Out Boy show? She's a fan. Is that how they met?
meet, you know?
I can't remember. I'd have to ask her because I know his father-in-law. I could ask him. I could text him.
Yeah, text him right now and ask him. So by the end of the scoop, we have the answer.
Why?
Text the answer. By the way, a little update on Madonna. Madonna was in the ICU for a bacterial infection. They didn't make any specifics. They're just saying a serious bacterial infection. She was in the ICU for several days. At one point, she was even on a ventilator. She was rushed to a New York hospital after she was found unresponsive. Lourdes, her daughter, has been with her throughout all of this. Her manager says her health is improving. However, she is still under medical care. A full recovery is expected. And because she was supposed to kick off her world tour in 2 weeks, the celebration tour, they have postponed that for now, but they have not given a date of when it would pick up. And I would not have anybody panicking saying that would change anything for us here in September because we don't know. When you postpone the European leg of the tour, it might just be, I just postpone the European leg of the tour and I just go straight to North America.
North America, and then just do that, come back.
And then push that to the other side, or however they can organize this, because when you're planning a tour, you have to plan those venues for those days. And you can't just push over the next day, because like let's say Toyota Center the next day has another event.
Yep.
So they're like, oh, sorry, it's a Rockets playoff game, or whatever it is.
That's going to be so hard to schedule those things. Like a
Oh,
Toyota
that's
Center
crazy.
there, because you got from wrestling to concerts, basketball games.
Disney on Ice.
Well, I'm sure they've got a grid. They've got computers that
I know,
that happens at
but
Argentina.
think about
scheduling.
but the NBA, they have to plan
That's a
out.
lot.
They have to
There's a
plan-
lot of
they have to
variables.
plan
Because
all their
remember, who
teams.
was
Yeah.
it? Was it Elton John canceled his show in Houston because of the possibility of the Astros still playing playoff baseball and went to the World Series. So he did not play because the Astros were playing.
Like the Rockets would always play the Bulls around my birthday, January 30th. Because I remember in the 90s, I'd go up to Chicago to this place and eat, and I remember watching the Rockets and the Bulls play in 95, 96.
Mm-hmm.
And then my wife bought me tickets for the Bulls and Rockets a couple times. It's always around my birthday. So they must have like a grid where they kind of keep the teams playing
In the same places.
around the same kind of time.
All right, let's get to this Kelly Clarkson audio that you can't unhear, because Kelly Clarkson has been touring for a long time. And she's out really hitting this next album, talking about her divorce and single momhood and all the things. And years ago, you heard that. Well, I'll just let you hear it yourself. Just it speaks for itself.
All right.
In 2021, you confessed. This is crazy. You confessed pooping in a bucket in the middle of a concert,
fine. Yeah.
which begs the question: have you ever peed yourself on stage? Shania Twain was sitting in that chair. She has peed herself on stage.
Still here? Does it in a moment? Or
Yeah, right. Yeah, not that chair. Yes.
No, I've never done that.
Okay.
I had food poisoning twice.
Okay.
In 20 years. Okay.
Yes.
And once was in Germany. I destroyed that bathroom. It was like bridesmaids. And then, sweat, like everything. I was like, something's wrong deep down. And then, Staples Center. Not many people have been cheered on while and I have.
Thank you, Kelly Clarkson.
In a
So she
bucket
had food
on the side of
poisoning,
the
so she
stage.
pooped in a bucket on the
Wow.
side of the
Wow.
stage.
Yeah, that's
That poor handler.
a messy.
Yeah, who's got to be the poor roadie that's got to pick up the bucket and carry it away?
Guy.
Well, I'm so grossed out. I keep thinking, oh my God, and you have to go touch the microphones. Did you even get to wash your hands afterwards? Like all my OCD
But
takes
you know,
over.
some guy could probably say, oh, I'm going to take this and sell it on eBay.
Ew.
I doubt that. I don't think that works.
Time for KRBE's Rula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
It is brought to you by Dunkin'. So another heat index of 110 today. It is going to be hot. They expect high UV index as well with all the sun. So Simone Biles, H-Town's very own Simone Biles, has not competed in an event since 2020, back in the Tokyo Olympics. It now appears that is going to change in just a little over a month. Biles is going to be included in a star-studded field at the 2023 U.S. Classic. The event is August 4th and 5th, just outside of Chicago.
Cool.
Go Simone Biles. Married lady.
I don't know what that means. Do you get gold and stuff? What do you get for
It's
it?
not the Olympics. She's just competing again. So it's been 3 years. So new Houston Independent School District Superintendent Mike Miles, this is the guy that is appointed by the state, since we lost the ability to govern our own school, HISD. He says they're going to be implementing Zoom rooms for misbehaving students. That means if a student's a troublemaker in a class, they'll be relocated to a room where he would watch the lesson on a television, from this classroom.
I support this. Do you know why I support this?
Isolating them from the class.
As a former bad kid, even if you are not going to listen to the Zoom because you're just the bad kid and be mad, you're in a room, you have been removed from keeping other kids.
So how are you going to do this? Are you going to have a teacher
You're
in
not
there?
disruptive anymore.
For one person, you're going to put a teacher in there? Or each kid's going to have a computer in front of them with
They
the
probably
Zoom?
will all just have.
camera or
Probably all
something?
just have like an iPad or something. Like every single class, I would imagine they take a bad
That
kid
sounds
from
like
this
a lot of
class,
work.
that class, and just throw them in that room.
I mean, the
and-
teacher has to put Zoom on. You
Yeah.
got to hit that up there. I don't know if this is going to work.
I think it's, they're
I
trying
like
to
that idea
figure
of getting a kid
something
out.
out.
But how are you going to take one kid out? It's not it's not 7 kids.
like
from
I
the
said
class.
earlier, like when I was a
You know what
troublemaker
I mean?
kid,
There's a kid in that math class that's bad. You take him out, put him in the Zoom room.
Yeah.
There's the kid over here in this English class that's bad. You put him in the Zoom room.
Yeah.
You got
Well, I
a room
don't
full
know
of
all
bad
those
kids.
details.
How
It's
does
the
that
same
work?
room.
How's that going
Right.
to work?
Just expel them.
You can have-
Detention.
you can have
Just
little
get that
closets that are in a
disruptive
closet
kid out of there.
with an iPad. Do you think they're going to watch that? They're going to take the iPad and put games on it.
I'm sure it's locked out that they can't do that.
I'm just saying this sounds stupid.
No, I don't
It's
think it
better
sounds
than when I was a
stupid.
kid. Like
At
I
least they're
said,
trying, Eric.
Did they not
Doesn't
kick
make
you out of
sense.
the class? Have you ever? We'd have to carry our desk and go sit out in the hall. Did you ever get kicked out of class?
No.
Oh, you
No,
were a
I
good
just got
kid?
moved to the front corner, so I was better.
I always sat in the hallway.
Yeah.
I had to put my nose to the wall when I was a kid. If we talked too much,
Am I
you
right?
had to stand outside with your nose to the wall.
Do some research. Find out what the Zoom room is. Is it for
I think
one
it's
little
better
person?
than you think, Eric. We need to dive deeper into the
If
Zoom
4
room
people
details.
in the class got kicked out, I get it. But
And
Zoom
then we're
room.
all friends and we're just
Yeah.
goofing around. Yeah, this is not a good
Well, they don't
idea.
care about you after that. They're like, okay, whatever. If you don't want education, that's on you. Don't keep education from the other kids that are here to learn. Get the hell out of
And the
here.
teacher's like, wait, so you're going to Zoom me? That means you're recording me. You got Big Brother watching me. Hell
Right,
no.
of course. Hello? Big Brother's watching you always. Even right now, we're being watched. There's a camera in here.
How's a teacher getting watched in their room?
I'm just saying, Eric, you're really going hard on this.
Like if I were a
Because
teacher,
it's stupid.
if I were a teacher, I'd want to be watched in the room. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's what you want as a teacher. You want to be watched.
I'd want
Everybody
to be
wants to be
filmed
watched in your work.
Because how many times do kids say, "Well, the teacher said this, that"? I'm like, "No, kid, got it on tape. You're lying."
They'll use it against the teachers is what they're going to do.
All right,
They
well, you don't have to
record
worry
you.
about it. It's not happening at your kid's school, so just move on. Get your bourbon and have a good weekend.
Whatever, man.
Whatever, man. Eat your
Zoom room.
Whataburger over
You just
there.
you sheep out there,
You got a
man.
jalapeno cheddar biscuit. You should be in a happier mood right now.
I'm just mad about the Zoom room.
We got to take a break and go back to the roses that happen at 7 o'clock so Eric can cool off about Zoom rooms. We're going to put you in a Zoom room right now. You're disrupting the
I
show.
think you need to go to the boom boom room.
Go into the other room over there, and we're going to lock you in there in the Zoom room.
Not with me.
You inviting me?
No, no. Go home.
Only Ryan has a boom
You're
boom
right.
room.
Yeah.
We have a Zoom room here. Ryan has a boom boom room. Okay, roses, what happened there? Find out next on the Rule and Ryan Show.
We're all juggling life, a career, and trying to build a little bit of wealth. The Brown Ambition podcast with host Mandy and Tiffany the Budgetnista can help.
HGTV's Paige Turner.
People are wanting to buy a home. Is it a buyer's market? Is it seller's market? Is it neither?
It's neither. If you're in a position to buy a home, and if it makes more sense to own than to rent at this time in your life, then buy the house. Just don't buy the house thinking in 6 months you're going to make a $400,000 profit off of it, because that's not there anymore.
Brown Ambition.
Wherever you listen.